Good morning, guys. It's Saturday morning. Woohoo! Trying to find some music on YouTube. Anyway, let me go to my page. My computer is actually working. My friend actually went through it and helped me get it figured out. Seems you have to update these things, so try and get that camera moved. It's like really quiet in my house. Everyone's still sleeping, but that's usually the case. So let's see. I'm not used to being on here or on the computer, so on YouTube from the computer, however you want to say that. I usually just do all of it from my phone. Good morning, James. Good morning, Pauline. I know I got a few more of you on here. If you're jumping on, just say hi. Good morning, Pauline. Going to try and find some music so we can listen to that while we're talking about herbs. And I picked out a few of them that I wanted to talk about. So just like general stuff. But let me find some music, hopefully. No, I don't want to play all. How do you even go in here to... There we go. I'm like computer illiterate now. I've only been away from it for a couple months, and I feel like I'm illiterate. Good morning, Megan. How are you? So, awesome. Catch the replay. That would be great. Let me see.
For this video, I was lucky enough to have God with you contact me again to give my updated opinion.
I'm not sure what it's going to play. It just went ahead and it went in there by itself to play something, so let me just pick something out. See how that goes. It's called Those Who Ride with Giants by Numenius, something like that. Good morning, Jennifer. Good morning, John. I'm trying to get my music going. I apologize. Now I'll have to turn it down. So I was just going to talk about herbs today. I'm not sure what you all know about them. Let me know if you all know much of anything. I have actually been using herbs as supplements since probably 1999 at least. So I'm going to have to turn that down just a little bit more. So I'm actually an LPN and an RN. I got my RN in 2014, but most of my personal health care has been obtained through herbs. I have 4 children. My youngest 2, they have my 17-year-old, my oldest of the 2, has only been on an antibiotic 1 time in his life, and the other one has been on none. So I've worked really hard at learning and growing in that, and trying to keep them off of antibiotics, or healthy in other ways, with herbs and stuff like that. I just know that early on when I first found herbs, that I was starting to get yeast infections, and I had been taking antibiotics for sinus infections. So the more I learned about herbs and everything, the more I realized that there are natural ways to protect yourself against viruses, bacterias, fungi, and yeast. It's been a journey that I've just been on this entire time, so learning and growing. So I just thought I would share some of that information with you. So, but if you have any questions, for sure, let me know. Miss Fonda. Awesome. Good morning, Jamie. Good morning, Anna. How are you guys doing? Good morning, Miss Fonda, Farouk, and Madeline. Good morning, guys. So, let's first of all, I want to talk about muscle testing. I'm not sure how many of you all know what muscle testing is. Basically, it's kinesiology. And you can Google it on YouTube. There's like the body mechanics kinesiology, and then there's kinesiology for like, basically our electrical system of the body. So I learned how to do muscle testing from Dr. Phil, actually. I was thinking about that this morning since I was going to go live and talk to you all. But I learned it from Dr. Phil. I was like thinking of the time frame, and it must have been about 2005 or 2006. So, first and foremost, I think if you want to know about herbs, you really need to know about muscle testing. So, we're all intuitively guided. Basically, our bodies know what it needs. So, we have our higher selves, and it knows what your body needs in order to heal. So your body's like a battery, positive and negative. So you have to make sure the things that you need, they're positive. The things that you don't, they're negative. So I always just like take my middle finger and thumb, and you can practice this at home. This is how I learned. It's how Dr. Phil explained it. But he's let me see. If we take something that's bad for us, like alcohol, like say, okay, do I need a beer right now? No, my fingers aren't going to stick together. Do I need, would lemon tea be better for me? Yes, my fingers stick together. So, and it's just something that you have to practice with. The more you practice with it, the better you'll get at it. Yes, Juan, I know you have a group on this. So teaching muscle testing. So I would say, before you get into herbs or just say, oh, I read that that's good for me, try to figure out how to muscle test. I'm happy to help if any of y'all have questions or anything. It literally takes just seconds. I just have to tune in. You have to ground a little bit and, ask your body, okay, is this something that it needs or not? As far as natural immunity, I definitely have some go-tos in my house that I would say everyone needs vitamin C. Obviously, it's one of the main things that help keep our immune system healthy. Good morning, Kelly. How are you? Vitamin C is it helps the adrenals. It balances the pH. It's just really good for our bodies to have. So, and you can take as much vitamin C as you need up to bowel tolerance. Yes, I'm a nurse, so I get to talk about these things. So bowel tolerance is, take vitamin C, eat vitamin C, drink orange juice, however form you want to take it in. But basically, once you've had enough vitamin C, your body will expel it through the bowels, so your bowels will get loose. Another herb or natural remedy that is that way is magnesium as well. All of us are pretty much deficient in magnesium. We get plenty of calcium. The government has pushed that down our throats repeatedly and endlessly, that we need calcium. It builds our bones. Well, yeah, calcium is one of those minerals, but magnesium is even more so, and so is collagen and boron and things like that. So, but I would most definitely encourage everyone to learn how to muscle test. If you're sitting there right now with me, good morning, Brittany. How are you? I think I said hi to Kelly. Yep. So, muscle testing. If you don't know how to do it, muscle test. Get your little okay with your middle finger, kind of like a defunct, anyway, longhorn. So, and just I hold them pretty tightly. So, and you can even ask your name. We'll just kind of practice with it. Ask your name, is my name Lindy? And they'll stick together. My fingers stick together. Trying to figure out how I can show it to you. Okay, is my name Barb? Nope. It doesn't do it. And I hold pretty tight. I've got a good grip there. So, is my name Lindy? Yes. Is my name Barb? And my finger just completely comes out. the more you practice it, the better you're gonna get. So I always use the left hand, so just so you know, I always use the left side of the body. So, but put, take an apple, or even just think about it. That's all you really have to do, is connect with that thought. Okay, do I need to eat an apple today? Do I need to eat a Snickers? No, it doesn't hold. So the more you practice, the better you get, and just try to make sure you're grounded into that. So yes, there's like so many more minerals that we need that our government doesn't tell us about. So magnesium is my favorite. It's like my natural muscle relaxer, my all natural calmer, everything. Epsom salt baths, they have magnesium in them too as well. So I will go ahead and quit trying to ramble on. I was talking about vitamin C. You can take mega doses of it, honestly, until your bowels are tolerant to it, or until they get loose. Then that way you know you have more than enough vitamin C. So we'll go on for the immune system. These are things that I like to keep in my house simply because I know that they're quick to do the job. Nowadays, my first and foremost go-tos are food, and that's sauerkraut and raw garlic. So nothing beats that as far as building up your immune system. Last fall, I was pretty much sick from September all the way to, I was sick on Christmas Day, pretty much dying. So literally my body felt like it, but I had the flu or something. But this summer I started incorporating sauerkraut and eating it pretty much every day, homemade sauerkraut. And then later on, when I started, noticing that I needed a little extra boost, I would add a chopped raw garlic clove with some olive oil in it. So those are definitely my go-to. But now, if you're stubborn and you don't like the taste of things or texture, which I pretty much, if it's good for me, I'm going to try it. And if I can down it, I will. So I'm just that type of person. But I have from Nature Sunshine, it's Silver Shield. You can also get it in like colloidal silver form, which the Silver Shield is actually quite a bit stronger. There's some other companies, but it's more of a bioavailable. And I'm not exactly sure how they make it, but the particles are a lot smaller than with the regular colloidal silver. So it's more of a suspension rather than a colloidal, I believe. So, or you can get colloidal silver too. But my 17-year-old, the first year of his life, we kept him on colloidal silver for ear infections, sinus infections, or, just viruses and things like that. At that time, that was the only thing that I really knew of that was safe for babies, and that small. But colloidal silver is a great one. So colloidal silver, Silver Shield, any form of suspended silver that is a natural form. So Golden Seal is another one of my favorites. This is like the granddaddy of all antibiotics. It would be like Rocephin or something like that, if I had to compare it. But there's no comparison to herbs and Western medicine. But usually this one is another one that I really go to, and it's Golden Seal. You see, I have different brands. I am definitely about economics when it comes to herbs. Now, if I could make tincture all the time, I probably would. But that's a lot more consuming, and, the flavor isn't always as easy as just like popping a pill. You can get, if you want to get down and dirty, you can get the powder form of herbs and encapsulate them yourself. I know you can get Golden Seal just in powder form. I put it sometimes in honey if I'm doing it really economically. You can get it sometimes in bulk at like a natural food store. I know we in Joplin are very blessed to have Fox Farm Foods. And I just go, if I'm really crunched economically, I will go in and get, $2 of Golden Seal to last me, however long I need. So another one, and this one is definitely a specific product from Nature Sunshine. It's one of their Chinese herbs. So, and it's called VSC. So, and VSC is for viral. It definitely supports the immune system. And it definitely is for viruses. So if you have any issues with, say, like herpes or shingles or anything like that, it's going to help with that because those are viral. Another great one for those things when your immune system is low is L-lysine. My mom has had shingles several times over the past few years, and we simply did like doses of VSC, L-lysine, and lavender topically, and she never had to have like I can't even remember, is it Valtrex, what it's called anymore? Anyway, it's been too long. So, good morning, Dale. How are you? So, yeah, it's a good thing to take notes. I got a lot of information about herbs, so it's like been my passion. It's like what I do. Anyone that like has actually met me in the physical or around me is like, here. You don't have to go to the doctor for that. Here, let's get you some herbs. And pretty much every time I've told them, or essential oils even, and every time I've told them, they're like, oh my gosh, Lindy, it works. I'm surprised. I'm like, yeah, duh. God does make some other things besides Western medicine to help us heal. It was the first medicine. So anyway, now my last one is last but definitely not least, and I just have a ratty old Parmesan jar that I recycled, and obviously it's black, so that would be activated charcoal. This stuff is messy. It's one of the messiest things you can have around. It's a very fine powder and dust, so economically, if you can afford it, I would definitely get it in capsule form. Otherwise, you can just take half a teaspoon, put it in your water, drink it. And it's great to help decrease viral and bacterial. It attracts, it gets everywhere. And if you dust it, it's a very fine dust and gets everywhere. But it helps to, it's got the opposite polarity of like the bacteria and the viruses. I can't remember if they're negative and it's positive or the opposite way. So, thanks, Dale. Yeah, I'm glad you all are doing good. Excuse me as my throat gets clogged up. So, I know, I see you all, I just don't see you all as much. I've not been on here as much. I've been kind of busy. So, but activated charcoal, that was like my big thing a couple of years ago. You mix it in water. A combination of all of these, will definitely help you to keep yourself healthy without getting on those nasty antibiotics. So I personally haven't been on an antibiotic. The last time I took one, I think it was 2015, and I took it for a UTI, which at the time I didn't realize that you could take them for UTIs, or there were herbs for UTIs. Well, golden seal is that herb. If you want a herb that'll help you with UTI, it's a golden seal. Essential oils are oregano essential oil too. That is great for UTIs. You definitely want to make sure you're balancing your system and pH and everything. So, ultimately, our pH, inflammation, that sort of thing that's in our body is what's going to affect, whether we're more likely to get sick or not with viruses and bacteria and things like that. So, but let me think. If y'all have any questions, those of you that are hanging around here, I would love to answer them. I can only reiterate, muscle testing, start practicing that. It's the best thing that you can possibly do to help yourself as an individual for your health path. It's been like the one greatest tool that I've been able to incorporate, over the years and learn and know, okay, this is effective for my body, and for my family. We have to learn for ourselves. It's great to go to an herb store and get someone there to, muscle test me and things like that. But, we also want to be a lot more self-reliant, at least in my opinion. And not necessarily have to turn to the outside, to turn inside rather. Okay, what do we need? What does my body need? So, and your body will tell you, your higher self will tell you. So, let me look here. I have like a point where I can get it that, I can read it, but I haven't tried, so. And I know, I'm like loving my waves again. Thankfully it's growing out. Well, I cut it last Friday, I think it was, but I just trimmed it and like took some weight off of it so that it would look better, so. And as far as what I'm taking for my hair, I've actually, since I had the back issues, I have started taking, now if you're vegetarian or vegan, you're not gonna like me, so, but because of economics, I have started taking beef gelatin. Amazon has a brand, or the Now brand, and it's like $12. And I've been taking that like 3 times a day. When the doctor told me that I had like that S1, L5 degeneration, I'm gonna call it regeneration. I'm so stubborn in my head that, I really am not a fan of Western medicine. I don't think, I believe it all comes from within. It's just a matter of us getting there. So, and learning, and I know the body can heal itself. But I started taking gelatin and, oh my gosh, what else am I doing? More magnesium. And I've been doing comfrey packs. That's what it is. So comfrey with bentonite clay on my like tailbone area and on up to my L5. But gelatin. Gelatin is the answer I'm trying to get to for hair. So I will be 50 next year. So I think, my body probably says, hey, wait, you probably need some of that stuff. You've not had it forever. So, anyway, let me see if there's anyone else for alcohol detox. Let me think about that. I would definitely, honestly, activated charcoal. That will help. Actually, when I first started using activated charcoal, I was still drinking quite a bit myself. So, and I would use it. It's great for hangovers. Also, I would suggest milk thistle, but definitely, or like a liver detox. I know that Nature Sunshine has like a liver balance, or they have a liver detox, I believe it is. And so those things will be good. But definitely, if you're going to get like something like milk thistle, I would definitely make sure you muscle test for that or have someone do it for you. Also, dandelion root is a good one to help heal and detox the liver as well. So gelatin should work. Definitely. The doctor said that, like, from the x-ray that I had, it was an x-ray, not even an MRI, that there was, degeneration. And if they see that in an x-ray, it's usually pretty, or more than so than, if they'd seen it in an MRI. But, from my understanding, collagen, in my opinion, is the building blocks of our structure, our DNA, our everything. So I would definitely, say that it would help. If it's really bad, I would definitely say take it in like a loading form, which is what I've been trying to do, like 1 dose 2 to 3 times a day for at least a month. We're usually, if we're deficient, which obviously if we have degeneration, we are, then it's going to take extra to build. You can't just do like a regular, standard holding dose. So, but anyway, let me know, guys, if you want to know about any other different stuff. I love sharing my knowledge, and I hope that maybe I can help you all some, and maybe learn and grow and help us all to be able to care for ourselves better, more naturally. So, but anyway, if you have any questions, and yes, thanks, Fonda, about my laugh. Me and my laugh go a long way. I'm like embracing it more and more and more, so it's all good. So, But I will definitely come on tomorrow too, and do some energy movement. You know, first and foremost, we're all energy. We're all soul beings, spiritual beings. We're that before we're ever human beings. So ultimately, you know, if we're having issues and challenges, it's probably, you know, more of an energy thing. And if you know how to move energy, you know, move energy for yourself. So, or find someone that can do it for you. So anyway, I guess since I don't see any questions really popping up, I will go ahead and get off of here. I hope you all have a wonderful and blessed day. And thank you for joining me. Much love.